You did not open this message by chance. I, the Lord your God, have already spoken to your heart in secret. I have seen you in the quiet of your nights when your mind refused to rest and your strength seemed to fade. Today, I do not come with a whisper. I come with a clear, firm, unmistakable voice. This message is not a coincidence. It is a divine encounter I have prepared for you with great care. The miracle you have been praying for has already been released. It is not a distant hope or empty words of comfort. It is a living reality descending from my throne into your life at this exact moment. Listen closely, for there is an open window in heaven, a door no man can shut, and it is open for you by my will. This opportunity will not come around again in the same way. It is a moment of heavenly visitation, reserved for you because I know what lies within you. I know how long you've waited and how many tears you've shed in silence. Your faith has touched my heart, and I have responded. The blessing has left heaven and is on its way to you with power, purpose, and direction. But it must not find you distracted or with a hardened heart. Whoever steps through this window in faith will touch what once seemed impossible to reach. Now is not the time to retreat. This is not the moment to ignore what you are feeling. I am speaking, and you know it. You have asked for signs, and I have given them to you, but today I come not with signs, but with a direct word. Do not blink in hesitation. Do not get stuck in doubts. Do not silence what I am stirring in your spirit right now. Some things are revealed only when you stop everything and listen, when you quiet the noise of the world and prepare yourself to hear my voice. For a long time, you believed that my promise was delayed. You wondered if it was ever meant for you, if it had been canceled or postponed. But today, I tell you, what was once held back in the heavens is now being poured out into your life. The enemy tried to make you believe that I had forgotten you, that your cries had gone unheard, but I have never left you. My ear has been attentive to every sigh, and my hand has been at work even when you couldn't see it. The miracle you thought had been lost in time is not only not lost, but it has been perfected by my wisdom. It is advancing toward you with a power that will shatter chains, with a light that will expel every shadow, and with undeniable proof that will silence every voice of doubt. This will not be a small thing. It will not be concealed. Those who have doubted will witness it. Those who have mocked will witness it. And those who thought you would never overcome will see it. Because I am God, and when I speak, all of creation responds. My angels have already received their instructions. Doors are opening. Diagnoses are being changed. The impossible is starting to yield to my will. And nothing can resist my word. Nothing can stay the same when I choose to intervene. And today, my child, I have decided to intervene on your behalf. Do not wait for further signs, for this is my voice, and you know it. You have felt it stirring in your spirit since you began reading. This is not emotion, nor a coincidence. It is my presence surrounding you in this moment, confirming that this is not a fleeting hope, but a divine appointment with the fulfillment of everything you have once sown in tears. You have known those days when your soul felt burdened, when your responsibilities overwhelmed you, when your thoughts darkened like storm clouds, and when weariness seemed to cling to you, making you wonder if you would ever find clarity again. I have been with you through those days. I have held you when you thought you couldn't go any further, and I have seen and counted every one of them. And now, I tell you, the day you've longed for has come. Do not reject it. Do not turn away from it. Do not dismiss it as something that isn't meant for you. This message carries your name, written in my book before you were even born. I love you with an everlasting love, and my will is not to confuse you but to lead you into the fulfillment of what was already said in heaven. This is the time. This is the place. This is the word. Stay alert and keep listening closely. These are not just human words you are hearing. This is my voice speaking directly to your heart, and I repeat to you, you did not arrive at this moment by accident. You are not hearing this by mere chance or out of simple curiosity. I have prepared this very moment long before you were born, and though your eyes may not fully comprehend it yet, your spirit is already feeling the weight of it. This is my personal intervention. I myself am descending into your circumstances, and nothing will remain the same after this divine encounter. Have you become accustomed to praying for others, standing as an intercessor, offering comfort, sharing words of encouragement, all while your own soul silently cried out for answers? Have you ever thought that perhaps your calling was only to support others, that your personal cause wasn't as important, or that your dreams could wait? But I have not forgotten you, not even for a second. Even though the enemy tried to convince you that heaven had turned a deaf ear to you, I tell you with absolute authority, what seemed like silence was strategy, and what appeared as delay was divine preparation. I am intervening personally, not through angels alone. I myself have descended into your situation. I have set my eyes on you with both tenderness and unwavering determination. I have seen your perseverance, your days of obedience when no one was there to applaud, your choices for good when no one understood you. And now I declare, the moment has arrived. Heaven is leaning into your reality. Do not doubt. Do not hesitate. Do not hide behind fear, for what I have released over you is far too magnificent to be limited by human logic. Do not strive to understand it all. Just receive, just worship, just lift your heart in gratitude, because the miracle is already on its way, closer than you think. You will know it is from me when you see that no one else can explain how it happened. When doors open with no human hand involved, when reports are reversed without any scientific explanation, when hearts are transformed without reason, then you will say, only God could have done this. Have you ever felt that something bigger is on the horizon, as if something inside you is being propelled forward, even though you don't quite know where it's headed? That restlessness in your spirit, that unexplainable sense of longing, that sudden desire for change and growth, it's not confusion. It is my spirit nudging you out of the place where your faith has begun to grow stagnant. I did not call you to merely survive. I called you to flourish, even after losses, even through disappointments, even when your body feels drained and your mind exhausted. Today, I examine your heart. I see your wounds, your shattered dreams, your accumulated fatigue, and today, I fill you with courage that is not your own, but is born from my spirit. A courage that shatters diagnoses and defies predictions. A courage that rises above painful words and the memories of betrayal. A courage that takes what seemed lifeless and makes it breathe anew. The dreams you once buried in hopelessness, I am now resurrecting with my power. The promises you ceased declaring, I am now reactivating with my faithfulness. The surge of strength you feel right now is no accident. It is my confirmation that your season of silent waiting has come to an end. No longer will you only watch from afar as I work in the lives of others. Now it is your time for my glory to be revealed in you. Now it is time to lift your gaze, to stop shedding tears that serve no purpose, to close the door to fear and open your soul to faith. Look up. Witness what I am doing. See how heaven is moving on your behalf. I am the God who never forgets, who is never late, and who does not contradict his word. What I have promised, I will fulfill. What I have said, I will do. And in this sacred moment, I assure you that my hand has already been extended toward you, and no force can prevent what I am about to bring to pass. I have witnessed every moment when your strength wavered, when you thought your faith was about to crumble, when your tears were your only form of communication, yet you still chose to trust me. You may not have spoken much, but within you was a silent cry that ascended to my presence like the purest incense. It was not your voice that moved heaven. It was the posture of your heart in the midst of trials, that quiet resilience of one who, even without seeing an answer, chose to stand firm. That perseverance, which went unnoticed by others, I recorded with eternal ink in my heavenly books. You understand what it means to keep moving through emotional rubble, to walk among promises shattered by others, yet still protect your heart from being consumed by bitterness. Do not believe that I overlooked those moments when you were tempted to give up, but instead chose to continue, even when walking away seemed easier. That inner battle has been the hardest struggle of all, and I was there with you in every single moment of it. You were not weak for crying, you were courageous for pushing forward. Now, I have sent my voice with power because I am removing every obstacle, every shadow, and everything that caused you to doubt my presence with you. You don't need to convince me of the struggles you faced. I was there with you when you felt trapped, when pain became your constant companion, and when your prayers seemed to echo in emptiness. I was there when others were absent, when even your own faith in the dreams you once held began to fade. And now, in response, I am not merely restoring. I am rebuilding from the very foundation, reconstructing with eternal materials what the world attempted to tear down. I have not called you to live a mundane life, nor have I created you to merely be another shadow trailing behind others. The design I placed within you carries a purpose that time cannot diminish and failure cannot erase. I am awakening what has been dormant inside you, not because you have been flawless, but because my grace never expires, even when you stumble. What I promised you has never diminished. It has remained intact, waiting for the right moment, and that moment is now. The difficult seasons were not without purpose. Every hardship, every painful day, was a seed planted in the eternal soil of my plan. And now, it is time for the harvest. Do not try to understand what is happening through human reasoning alone. There are things that can only be grasped when the Spirit aligns with the eternal. This is not just another fleeting moment. This is the intersection of everything you have waited for and everything I have prepared for you. The logic may resist. You will soon see how everything begins to shift without any clear explanation. I do not require ideal conditions to work. I create the situations where my glory shines the brightest. The cycles of pain that once felt endless have reached their end. What once seemed eternal in sadness will now feel brief compared to the joy I am about to pour into your life. I am taking away the garments of grief and replacing them with new colors of hope and life. I am giving you spiritual keys, renewed authority, clear vision, and firm direction. What I am starting is not just a good season. It is a total transformation. Your circumstances will not only change, but the way you see, think, and make decisions will be renewed. You are not being moved by mere coincidence. I am propelling you from within, guiding your every step beyond fear, beyond insecurity, and beyond the wounds you've carried. Even after all you have endured, you have never been without purpose. You have been carefully shaped for this moment. What others have labeled as ruin, I call preparation. What seemed like an ending was merely a new beginning, hidden in mystery. I held you in the shadow, but now I am revealing you in the light. I have been your refuge in secret, and now I am presenting you to the world. What you once struggled to maintain, I will now uphold for you with my power. Weariness will no longer define your existence. Lack will not be your inheritance. Loneliness will not be the chapter you live in permanently. I am your God, and I have never let go of you. What I am doing in this moment is beyond anything you have experienced before. Even your wildest dreams will pale in comparison to what I am bringing into your life. When you look back and try to explain the changes, you will know deep in your heart that it was my hand, my love, and my perfect timing that brought it all to pass, not by your strength or merit, but because I chose to demonstrate my faithfulness to you in a way that will mark your life forever. I have begun something new within you, and it cannot and will not be stopped. What I am doing is not dependent on the circumstances around you, nor conditioned by your past experiences. It is a continual work, sustained solely by my will, not by your resources or abilities. What I have activated in the unseen realms will begin to unfold in the visible world. While it may appear slow at first, know that every step you take will be filled with divine purpose and direction. Nothing I am doing is fragile. What comes from me is not easily shaken by the winds of change nor faded by the opinions of others. I have removed people, paths, and opportunities that did not carry my seal. It wasn't loss, it was protection. It wasn't rejection, it was redirection. When I took away what you deeply desired, it wasn't out of cruelty, but out of love. Not everything that seemed good was part of my perfect plan for you. At times, I had to close doors without offering explanations, because had you walked through them, it would have led you down a path of slow destruction. I have protected you from things that you still don't fully understand, and in time, you will realize that what you thought was abandonment was, in fact, my highest form of care. And now, I am sending divine connections, unexpected provisions, and strategies that come not from human logic, but from heaven's wisdom. People you haven't yet met will become instruments of blessing in your life. Paths you never considered will open to you effortlessly. The resources you once lacked will arrive without you even needing to ask for them. I am reorganizing your circumstances, clearing the paths before you, and aligning the eternal purposes with the present moment. In this new season, you will no longer act out of reaction, but out of revelation. You will no longer be driven by desperation, but by wisdom that comes directly from above. I am cultivating within you a heightened spiritual sensitivity that will enable you to discern what is mine and what is not. You won't need to test everything to determine its rightness. You will feel within your spirit the clear testimony of my presence, and that certainty will bring you peace, even when the path before you looks different from what you expected. The ancient promises I spoke to you in the past, the ones you may have forgotten, will now come to life again. They were never illusions, they were promises. And even though time seemed to silence them, I never canceled them. I will preserve every promise I made to you until I fulfill them all. I do not contradict my word. I do not change my mind. I do not regret what I have planned for you. What I declared over your life is still in effect, and now I am activating it with renewed strength. A maturity has been formed within you through the brokenness you endured. You now understand things you once could not grasp. You know when to wisely remain silent, when to take action at the right time, and when to trust even when everything seems uncertain. That internal transformation was not by chance, it was my work within you. And now that you have been shaped in the secret places, I will position you in the public eye with firm resolve, without the need to seek recognition, ambition, or compete with others. I will establish you as a strong pillar where others can find support not because you pursued it, but because I have chosen it for you. You are entering a season where favor will be evident in your life. You will no longer have to struggle to open doors, for I myself will go ahead of you like a consuming fire, clearing every obstacle in your path. Where you once faced limitations, you will now have access. Where there was constant struggle, you will find peace. Where doubt once held you captive, conviction will rise. What you did not understand will begin to fall into place like pieces of a puzzle. What once felt confusing will transform into clear direction. You will no longer fear the changes ahead, for you will know that every change is a part of my plan. You will not mourn what leaves your life, for everything that remains will be exactly what you need. You will not look back in sorrow, but with gratitude, for everything you've gone through was a part of the story I am now redeeming. I am healing not only the visible wounds, but also the memories that still taste of loss. I am restoring your inner peace, renewing your thoughts, and breathing life into every corner where hope had once faded. This is not merely about simple improvement. It is about complete restoration. I am raising something in your life that you never imagined, something that honors your quiet faith and answers the deepest cry of your soul. From this moment onward, everything that comes will bear my seal, and you will know that I am in every detail, guiding you with care, correcting you with love, and strengthening everything that seemed on the verge of collapse. I am planting a new root within you, a depth that is not swayed by fleeting emotions or temporary results. This root is nourished by my truth and will remain steadfast, unaffected by the winds of daily struggles or the storms that may arise around you. While many search for external signs to believe, I am cultivating within you an unshakable certainty, a trust that requires no explanation, and a peace that stands firm with no conditions. I am teaching you to see through the eyes of the Spirit, not through the lens of exhaustion or urgency. What I am doing is not defined by how quickly it happens, but by how firmly it is established. It is not about the quantity of things you achieve in a short time, but about the eternal fruit that grows from every obedient step you take. I have worked deeply within your innermost being, in the place where no one else can reach, where your oldest fears and most genuine desires reside. Right there, I am restoring you, removing the dust of past pain, and bringing light to areas where confusion once reigned. This is not just a message to motivate you. It is a proclamation from heaven itself. I have declared a new beginning over your life, and nothing can stop what has already begun. For this is not a passing emotion. It is my will revealed. And when my will is revealed, an authority is unleashed that shifts environments, transforms atmospheres, and brings the answers you have longed for where once there was only doubt. I have broken the cycles that only led to frustration, the endless loops that kept bringing your efforts back to square one. What seemed like a never-ending cycle has been halted by my hand. The chains that bound you have fallen, not by your strength, but because I have spoken a word of freedom over your life. The weight that you once carried will begin to lift, not because the circumstances have changed, but because I am changing the way you move through them. You have been shaped by fire, but you have not been consumed. And now that the furnace has accomplished its purpose, I am bringing you out like purified gold, ready to bear the weight of the glory I have prepared for you. This is not human glory, not shallow fame, but my glory, the tangible evidence that I am with you, supporting you, opening doors, and providing strategies you never imagined. You will operate from that place of divine backing, not driven by pressure or fear, but from the conviction that it is I who have positioned you. The ground you are about to walk on will not be easy, but it will be fertile. It will not be free from challenges, but every challenge will be full of purpose. There will be resistance because the enemy always seeks what I give. But do not fear, for what I give you cannot be taken away. My support will be greater than any opposition, and my presence will ensure your victory. You will not walk alone, you will not speak without authority, and you will not face anything without my covering. I am ahead of you, behind you, and all around you. Everything that once seemed blurry will begin to fall into place. What appeared scattered will come together with perfect clarity. The dreams and ideas you have carried in your heart for so long, yet didn't know how to bring into reality, will now begin to align with the right resources, people, and moments. I am the one who organizes your destiny, not by chance, not by human opportunity, but by my divine orchestration. I have been waiting for the right time to align everything, and that time has now come. It will not be like before, when every step forward seemed to be followed by a setback. What you build now will stand firm. It will endure, and it will bear fruit. You will experience peace in the midst of your responsibilities. You will find rest even when the journey becomes intense, because you will not carry it alone. I am placing in your hands tasks with heavenly backing, assignments with eternal significance, and though they may seem large, they will not overwhelm you. When I send you on a path, I also ensure you are equipped to walk it. When I appoint you, I also prepare you. You have been prepared for this moment, even if you didn't realize it at the time. Do not underestimate what is rising before you, and do not despise the small beginnings. Even the faintest sprout that appears timid now will grow into a seed that, in my hands, becomes a mighty tree, one that provides shade, bears fruit, and endures through seasons. For I am not interested in quick, fleeting works, but in eternal ones, and you are an integral part of the story I am writing with my own hand. I have released a season over you where what was hidden will be revealed, and what was sown will begin to bear fruit without interruption. There are treasures I have concealed on purpose, not to withhold them from you, but to protect them until you were ready to receive them, so that they would not be lost in the chaos of urgency or the anxiety of the moment. In my kingdom, all that is truly valuable is found in the depths, and you have been willing to journey with me into those depths, even when it meant sacrificing things on the surface. Now you will see that what once seemed lost was only being kept safe. What was silenced for years will now be proclaimed, not to elevate your name, but to make my name known through your life. I am raising up a testimony that will not be spoken merely with words, but demonstrated with tangible evidence. There will be no need to explain much because the fruit of what I've done in you will speak louder than any argument could. I have placed new measures of grace on your path. Where it once felt difficult to move forward, you will now advance with ease. Where persistence once felt like the only way, now simply declaring my will be enough, for I am bestowing upon you a new level of authority that flows directly from your brokenness. This authority was not birthed through study or human effort, but from the strength you gained by standing firm when everything inside you wanted to quit. And this authority will not be fleeting, for it is marked by the fire of trial and the faithfulness that only comes through endurance. This is not a time to look back or to compare this season with what has passed. There is no pattern to repeat when I am doing something new. Do not try to fit this into your past experiences, for what I am bringing into your life has no precedent in your story. I will lead you down untraveled paths, and though they may seem uncertain at first, each step you take will reveal more of what I am doing. Clarity will not come in stillness, but in movement.